A lot of people are losing sleep over Star Wars, we can say that much. So much of the excitement is for the return of some of our favorite characters, Luke, Leia, Han, and we are so thrilled to have the original space cowboy here this morning. Welcome and good morning to you, Harrison Ford.
Good morning.
You have had quite the year, but I want to start because you are recovering from that plane crash earlier this year. How are you doing? How are you feeling?
I'm doing great, thank you.
Yeah?
Thank you. I'm back playing tennis, riding my bikes, and having a good time.
Getting back on the Millennium Falcon. I understand there was a little bit of an accident there too. Originally reported as a garage door accident.
Well, there was a door on the Millennium Falcon that got closed by accident on me.
And your leg was broken, correct?
My left leg was broken. Yeah, and then I waited about 6 months before I broke my right leg.
But you're all healed up now? Everything's good?
I'm pretty much right to go now.
All right, so you got to do something that all of us and the rest of the world has been waiting to do. You actually got to see the new film.
Yes, I did.
And I know you can't tell us any of the details, but what was the experience? I know.
I'm going to tell you everything.
Go ahead, if you'd like to, feel free.
No, I can't do that.
What was the experience like, though, watching it back up on the big screen?
Well, it was great. I mean, it's a wonderful movie. It's got great, production values. It's a real big movie, and I was delighted to see it.
I cannot wait. And I know after the Return of the Jedi, you actually mentioned that you were relieved to hang up the Han Solo costume and never to see it again. So what convinced you to come back for number 4?
A really good script, the opportunity to work with JJ, who I've admire, and it just seemed like a good idea.
I think it's a great idea, and I want to know a little bit more about Han Solo 30 years later. He was always the wise guy, but has he gotten wiser? Less wise guy, more wise?
I think he's got a more complex story now, a little bit more of an emotional context than perhaps there was before, but he's still the same guy.
Romantically complex? I mean, what's his relationship status? Can you tell us that?
No.
If he had a Facebook account,
No,
what would it say?
Huh?
If he had a Facebook account, what would it say?
I have no idea what Facebook accounts do.
Married,
say. I don't
single,
have one.
status? All right.
No, I can't go that far.
All right. We'll have to wait and see. That's fair enough. Now, you weren't asked to actually audition for the original Star Wars. Many people may not know that. You just you read as a favor for George Lucas?
A producer friend of mine that produced American Graffiti somehow connived to get me to read the lines with people that were auditioning for the parts of Princess
Leia just helping
and
out.
Luke Skywalker. I thought I was just helping out. And then when the whole thing was over, they asked me if I wanted to play Han Solo.
And you said yes.
I said yes, eventually, yes.
You said yes.
Well,
you didn't say yes.
I said how much? and then they said $1,000 a week, and I said no. But I did. I did it for $1,000 a week for the first one.
Yeah, and then that number went up by significantly, I'm sure.
A little bit.
Now,
yeah.
you recently surprised some Star Wars fans. They were looking to get tickets for the movie, these very coveted tickets.
Yeah.
And I'm just curious, are you still surprised at the level of fervor, like the fandom that's out there for these films and the excitement around this movie?
I'm surprised and obviously delighted. The genius of these films, the luck of these films, is that they've been passed on from generation to generation. And in the 30 years or 35 years since the first one, many generations have been introduced to these films by their parents. And so it's a family experience, and it's really kept them alive.
It has. And speaking of a family experience, I just want to ask you to confirm, Indiana Jones 5, you're all in? It's happening?
How much? No, it's not about the money. I would love to do another Indiana Jones and work with Steven again, and if we get a script, I'd love to do it.
Yeah, I think he said he wanted to see you do it before you turned 80.
I'd like to see me do it before I turn 80, yeah.
All right, Harrison Ford, always a pleasure. Thank you so much for stopping by. And Star Wars: The Force Awakens, in case you hadn't heard, is in theaters on December 18th.